morning, everybody. Ooh, what a fabulous looking audience you are. Just say, I look fabulous. I love it. Okay. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. We have a wonderful, wonderful day planned for you. But the first thing we have to do is get you to get up and stretch. Turn those cell phones off, or we're going to do our musical calisthenics with the Spirit song. Here we go. Up and at 'em.
All right, everybody, let's go. Woke up this morning with my mind set on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hey, say hello to somebody around you. Living in love and with my mind. Living in love and because we don't have any lyrics, Maya. On Spirit. Living in love and with my mind. Set on Spirit. Living in love and with my mind. Set on Spirit. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Last time, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All right.
He's
Good morning.
Back. Yay!
Yay!
Where's your suntan? I thought you'd have a suntan.
You know, I put 50 sunscreen on.
Oh, okay.
You know, we live here. We don't need a tan, right? I mean,
And you wouldn't have gotten one here in the last couple of weeks.
I mean, I'm surprised you guys didn't have an arc in the parking lot when I pulled up. I'm like, we were watching it. So it's 83 degrees. I'm sitting at the beach watching you guys get flooded. I'm like, I know. I'm like, oh my God. I'm watching the bridges get blown away. I'm like, what are you people doing here? I leave and Armageddon happens. This is not good.
Yes, hell froze over.
Hell froze over.
Literally.
Yeah, and it started with snow right here. You know, like,
wow,
really?
I know.
God.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Are you bringing did you bring the sunshine back?
I brought it back for a couple weeks.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
You're good. It's going to warm up.
All right, let's see what's going on this week.
Oh, we don't have mine on. You have it behind you.
What? Okay.
Behind you. Go ahead.
All right. So next Sunday is our congregational meeting, and the candidates are closed. And after that service, we will be having a luncheon here out. And it's going to be a beautiful Sunday. We're setting that intention. So anyway, so that will be here. You're going to find out what's been going on this last year, what our direction is in the new year. So please come. I don't know where all you're going to sit if you come to the second service. But anyway, make sure you have filled out your stepping it up form to be able to vote. All right. And so we're having our Vista broadcast. That's the Internationals Convention. And Monday night, we're having the opening ceremony here. Dr. Ken Gordon, you can come and watch it live. Tuesday, we have something Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, we are getting a van, and we're going to leave here about noon, leave there about 8 o'clock at night, and we're going to go down. They're going to have a red carpet. It's going to be there are going to be hundreds of people there, and Roger T. from all different centers here, basically in Southern California. It's going to be a wonderful event, and we thought since it's in our backyard, we might as well go. So if you're interested, see Rebecca, stand up. Reverend Rebecca will be out there to sign you up if you want to go. And
Yeah, we'll
give you all
rent the van.
details.
You just show up. okay?
Yeah. All
We'll
right.
rent the vans.
Right.
We'll get some drivers, and you guys just show up, and I'll be there. It's going to be a great event.
Yeah, it'll be
that
fun.
night's going to be a lot of fun. If you've
It'll-
never attended one of our international functions, it's really cool
It'll
to
give
be
you
there
a
with other
taste.
centers and the musicians and the speakers.
And
It's gonna be a
Roger
big night.
Teal,
Yeah.
it's his retirement.
Roger
Yes,
Teal's retirement.
I know he'll be there, so you need to be there. All right, so Dale is not next Sunday, but the 10th, the following Sunday, she will be the guest speaker at the Rainbow Alliance From Wounds to Wings. And she'll be talking about her new book and how that all came about, and it'll be fabulous. So please sign up over on the table with Rainbow Alliance. And Dr. Joe.
Oh, my 10-week class starts on Monday, March 11th. I'm going to be teaching the science of successful living. You know, we talk about the science of mind and that everything is the science of learning how to use our mind and create for our better demonstrations in life. I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. We're going to use the textbook by Raymond Charles Barker, which is one of my favorite authors, and it's going to be a 10-week course. There's not going to be a whole lot of homework, so don't worry, but there'll be a little bit. And I'm just going to do it on love offering because I want as many people to be there as possible. It is a wonderful class. It's one of my favorite to teach, and if you like what we do here in 30 minutes, imagine what we can do in 3 hours.
Yes. Wow.
10 weeks in a row. Okay,
right.
Imagine that.
And then Reverend Ruth Ann will be doing From Whence We Came. Now, this is one of the definitely required classes if you're thinking about going on to practitioner. I understand we have quite a few of you. So this is kind of the history. It lets you have kind of a feeling of where Science of Mind, how it evolved. And so please sign up. That starts on Tuesday, March the 19th. And our wonderful Francine is going to be doing a workshop on numerology, and that's March the 31st, and the cost is $35. You can register outside or sign up out there or go into the office, and you can pay for it in the office. And I just want to remind everyone that we do have pre-service meditations. So if you get here early, you kind of want to center yourself, although I know this group is a chatty bunch. You love to socialize, and that's good too. Or you could stay after this service and go to the next meditation. But we have Sunday meditations at the Om Room that's facilitated by our practitioners. I think that's it.
That's it. Perfect.
So I'm going to turn it over to Jerry Lind, who we're excited about with our guest today.
Okay, so for those of you who may have seen him before, we had him back last year. He's back today. His name is Steve Rogers. He's a phenomenal talent, great singer-songwriter, a wonderful human being, very spiritual human being. Also comes from a royal family, a royal rock and roll family, if you know the name Paul Rogers. This is the father of Steve. This fabulous person right up here. And he's going to do some original music for you today. But before, Steve, come on out. Come on out here, darling. Put your hands together for Steve Rogers. Before we do anything, though, we're going to sing Happy Birthday. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. Facebook doll. Happy birthday. You like the picture I stole? Step on over here and let's sing.
Wow, 27 again. It's amazing, isn't it? How you all doing? This song is called Head Up High, and I believe every lyric I wrote in this, I kind of live by these words.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hold your head up high. Like you made it and paint the sky how you want it. Up so high, you will see your dreams are close by. When times are tough and you lose your way, listen now.
Head up high.
Huh.
Head up high.
Oh yeah. Hold your head up high. Hold your head up high. Hold your head up high. Thank you very much.
Steve Rogers, everybody.
Thank
Woo!
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. All right. So we start every week out with giving our mission statement to remind us why we're here. Why does the Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert even exist? And this is why we do what we do. Please join me. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale out. And this is the time when we slow it down and allow ourselves to go into this space of this beautiful sanctuary and hit pause on all the things that are going on in our life and just become fully present here, as there is a vibration and energy that's been here for over 45 years. It's healed a lot of lives. It's changed a lot of lives. So let's align ourselves with that energy. Take another deep breath in. And we can change the world one heart at a time. And we can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. And we can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time.
Good morning, Center of Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. God is the supreme personality in the universe. It is a power of love and goodness brought forth through life's essence in perfect harmony. And I know within my heart that I'm a part of God and all that God is. It is a gift of life that lives within me, making the circle of love complete. And I know and I recognize that every common good in my life is increased. Every bit of love and happiness and joy that comes my way is now multiplied. For I have a new thought of inspiration that comes into my thoughts, that my life is filled with love and happiness and joy, and that I have no need to focus on limitations, to be afraid of the future. For my desire, my intention is to evolve, to grow, and to expand, and co-create new ideas with other people in a loving way, changing lives one heart at a time. And I am so grateful for the common good that understands the oneness of life, bound by the law of love through the self-givingness of spirit. Spirit opens the gateway to greater success, more exposure, and more growth. so certain that my prayer has been answered. I release my truth to the law of action, and together we say, and so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Please join me. And get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. So let's take a deep breath in. So I love this song that we sing at this particular time of the service because it reminds me that we can look into the eyes of people all over the world and all over the country, different religions, different cultures, different people, and we can see the face of God in them. So as we take this journey right now and sing, "You Are the Face of God," I want you to imagine looking at people, not just right here in the community, but looking at people all over the world, people that are different from you and different from me. And every time we change the verse, or start over again, switch cultures, switch people, switch who you're looking at. And then the very last one I want you to think about is the person that you have the most difficult time dealing with in your life. And I want you to think about them and look at them square in the eye in your mind and sing these lyrics. Because until we do that, until we see the face of God in all people, even people we don't agree with, we're just going to keep having problems. So you see the good in them so that they can see that there is something good inside of them. So let's do this together. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. Switch people. Take a different look. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. Let's bring it up. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. Sing it out. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of love.
When did the rules change? When did I find out that life was harder than I thought? When did I grow up? When did I realize there's so much more for me to learn? I will grow. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. When did I feel that life had given up on me? When did I feel I'd had enough? When did I start to think I had to make a change? 'Cause no one was gonna wait for me. When did I see the sun rise for the first time? When did I finally understand? When did I leave my battles far behind me? When did I learn to let them go? Yeah, I have grown.
Steve Robertson.
Thank you, Steve. Beautiful song. Beautiful. All right, so before I left, someone made a comment to me as they were leaving, and people make comments all the time, right? You know, they tell me your shirt's ugly, or I like your shirt, whatever it is, right? People make comments all the time, and this particular person said, this is my second time being here, and she said, I kind of need to know why you don't talk about Scripture. And I thought, okay. But then I got to thinking about it. You know, in the science of mind, Dr. Ernest Holmes refers to the Bible and Scripture more than any other text in all of the textbook of the science of mind. But we somehow get to the place where we don't talk about it because there has to be this interpretation around it. So I decided to challenge myself because I'm not one that wants to say, dust off your Bibles. Bring them to service on Sunday. Everybody dust off your Bible and let's turn to faith. I know everybody be like, what the hell? I don't want to do that. But I do want to sit there and try to challenge myself as a minister to try to move things and have it more parallel to, actually not parallel to, but have it be accessible so that when we're having conversations, we can say, you know what, yeah, I understand that passage now. I understand what that means metaphysically now. So I decided that I didn't get to do my Valentine's Day talk, so I'm going to give you my Valentine's Day talk. Is that okay? All right? Lessons in love. First one. We're going to go through these pretty quick. First one is this. Listen without interrupting. Fat chance. Fat chance that we're going to listen without interrupting, right? Who does that? Who does that? Right? And then I stop interrupting me. I mean, okay, so the first one, lessons in love, and now it's not just about love and your relationships, right? I want you to be able to apply this kind of love to every part of your life, like your physical life, all right? Listen without interrupting. Listen to your physical body. What are you doing? Are you listening to the signals that your physical body is giving to you? If it wants to move and do something energetic, are you listening to it or are you ignoring it? Same thing with your financial situation. Listen without interrupting. With your passion, what are you doing in your free time? So I want you to take the context and I want you to apply it in all different areas of your life. Not just in relationships, but in relationships to all different areas. Are you following me? So the first one, listen without interrupting. Second one, speak without accusing. oh my God, I'm not sure if I can do that either. Because many times in my own mind, I sit there and I have an opinion. Anybody have an opinion before they start speaking? Anybody? Right? And you're entrenched in your opinion, so it matters not what the other person says, does it? You go like this, it's like, I don't care what they say, I'm actually not even listening. I'm just waiting for them to get to the end of the sentence, take a breath, and then I'm going to go in. Anybody? Healthy, isn't it? Yeah, healthy. Next thing, give without sparing. Give without sparing. That's a different one too. Do you give of yourself without saying, oh, I got to hold a little bit back because I just never know what's going to happen? See, when we say it metaphysically, I'm going to do something, but I'm going to hold back, what you're telling the universe is that you are expecting something negative to happen. Are you following me? That doesn't mean we're not wise, right, with what we do. In other words, we don't throw things with total caution and abandon. But what we do is we give our very best and we give our all to those things. Now, whether it's relationships or your finances or your creativity or whatever it is, you're giving your all to it and you're not withholding and holding back with the fear that something might go wrong. Because remember, when you hold back with the fear that something might go wrong, what have you just told the universe? Something's going to go wrong. You're expecting something wrong. You follow me? All right, pray without ceasing. We've heard that all the time, haven't we? Pray without ceasing. We're always praying. We're constantly moving in alignment. Our thoughts become things. We are constantly praying. The universe cannot differentiate between a prayer or what you're thinking on a daily basis. So if your daily conversation with yourself is, I'm feeling this way about me or my situation or about my health or about my finances, if your daily conversation up here is a certain way, that is your prayer, and prayers are always answered. The life you are living right now is an outpicturing of this idea that you are praying without ceasing. Are you with me? Answer without arguing. I'll just say it this way. Jesus, really? Answer without arguing. How's he going to take this one? How can I answer without arguing if I disagree with you? If I feel like I need to be able to express myself and be authentic, how can I answer without being argumentative? There's something about choosing our words and how we say them that goes into this. All right? I'm just laying the groundwork. Here we go. Share without pretending. This is another concept. Share without pretending. This is another one about being authentic with yourself and authentic with the people around you. Sometimes we are in situations where we really aren't engaged, but we pretend to be because it's just the thing to do in the moment. It's the connection that we're supposed, remember the word supposed to? We're supposed to be that way. And there's this loss of authenticity with ourselves and our communication. So share without pretending. Enjoy without complaint. Enjoy without complaint. Oh, it was lovely, but you know, everything was fine until she, right? Are you with me? There's always this something, and then there's this comma, and then the but, something's happened, right? So just keep writing with me. Trust without wavering. That's a big one. Trust without wavering. Am I a person capable of trusting without allowing myself to go into the consciousness of, is it or is it not? Is this going to happen? God, are you really listening? Really? Trust without wavering. Can I really say I trust without wavering? Last one, prove without punishing. Prove without punishing. Hang in there, guys. This is going to make a lot of sense in about 20 seconds. Prove without punishing and promise without forgetting. All right? So I challenged myself, because these were written down as lessons in love. I found they were on some random book site somewhere. Like, these are the lessons of love. And I thought, okay, now how can I apply this and put some biblical ideas behind it? And you're going to go, really? Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you up for this? Yeah. Okay. I want you to think about everything I just spoke about is about being in the flow of something. Love is about flow. Relationships are about flow. Health is about flow. Finances are about flow. Creativity is about flow. This particular section that I'm going to talk about now has everything to do with flow. So I want you to say, it's all about flow, Joe. It's all about flow, Joe. Here we go. Here we go. Before you speak, think. And you've seen this before. You ready? Before you speak to anyone, think. And now my mother always used to say that, think before you speak, think before you speak. And I said, I am. That's why I'm going to say the things I'm about to say. But sometimes the things I was about to say weren't necessarily in alignment with this idea. So here we go. Think before you speak. T, is it true? Is what I'm about to say really true? Is it based in fact, or is it based on an idea that I think is true, but there may be something else to the story? Is it really true? H, is it helpful? And what am I going to say? Is it helpful or is it going to be hurtful? Okay? Helpful or hurtful? Next one, is it inspiring? How many people are motivated by someone telling you you're not doing something right? Anybody? Anybody? But when someone inspires you, when they tell you that, oh, you're doing such a great job, and even if they give you constructive ways of prodding you along, it can be inspiring. The next one, N, is it necessary? Is it necessary that I say this? This is the one where I fall off. This is truly where I fall off in the thinking process, because I always think that everything I have to say is necessary. Anyone else? Anyone else think it's necessary? And the last one is K, kind. Is it kind? So is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? So dust off your Bibles and let's go. Listen without interrupting. This actually comes from Proverbs 1 verse 8. Just hear me out. Hear, my son, the ordinance of your father, and forsake not the law of your mother. Which to me means this. Take this as a different spin. Because you read that and you go, wow, hear my son. First of all, there's no daughter here. I wish the Bible was written in a way that it would include sons and daughters, right? It was a little more neutral. But listen to my son, the ordinance of your father, and forsake not the law of your mother. What does that mean? In my mind, you can take this and say, look, I have to listen to the masculine and feminine aspects and be in the flow, which means this. I have to be in the giving and the receiving nature. The masculine aspect is of a giving nature. The feminine is the receiving nature. It's the one, the incubator. It's the one who takes care of those seeds and gives birth to those things. So it says, listen without interrupting. In other words, allow yourself to be in the flow of giving and receiving and not just thinking it has to be one way. Does that make sense? So listen to the universe without interrupting its natural flow to and through you. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Okay, good. Speak without accusing. In James, it says, let the brother who is humbled rejoice because he is exalted. Allow people to speak their mind and speak your mind in a kind and loving ways. That way we feel honored and respected. Speak without accusing means I honor who you are. We just sang the face of God. I see God in you, you see the God in me. So when I'm speaking to you, I have to make sure that I revere you as that face of God responding back to me and listening to me. So when I'm speaking, am I speaking in an accusatory way, or am I speaking with love and kindness? Everybody wants to be respected. Everybody wants to be honored. So a lesson in love is to respect and love and honor other people. Doesn't mean you have to go to dinner with everybody. Doesn't mean you have to agree with everything that they're saying. But at least we have to honor that they too are these human beings having this, they're spiritual beings having this human experience, and we're in communication with them. Are you there? All right, say amen. Amen. Say go with the flow, Joe. Go with the flow. Next up, give without sparing. Now this is another one. This one this is one that I had a hard time finding something that could parallel this, but this is what it was. He who covets greedily all the day long, he covets greedily all the day long, but the righteous man gives and does not spare. So I thought, wait, what? See, this is where we have to take that. Let me separate this out. Don't hold back. Give your all to your relationships, your health, your financial security, and your passion. There's more than enough. The person, look at the word righteousness and think of the word right useness. When you take the word righteous out, because righteous has a connotation in my mind that someone's better than me if they're righteous and I'm not, right? But if I look at this and I say, the person who tries to hoard all day long, not so much, but the person who uses it rightly, gives and receives and doesn't spare that, whether it's in their relationships, I'm giving in my relationships, I'm giving in my finances, I'm giving in my passion and my health. When I allow myself to give and receive, then I'm in the flow of things. That's what giving without sparing means. There? Okay. Next thing, pray without ceasing. Comes right from Colossians. For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you and to ask that you might be filled with the knowledge of the will of God in all wisdom and in all spiritual understanding. Praying without ceasing is saying, I want to experience God at the highest level. Is where my mindset going to take me there? Praying without ceasing means, is my mindset going to take me where I want to go? If you ask yourself, I'm asking myself the question, is what I'm about to say going to take me where I want to go, or am I just reliving what I've already done? Anybody? Can you see where sometimes we can do that? We can literally take it and swallow the toxicity of a situation over and over again because that becomes our prayer. When we allow ourselves to be filled with the knowledge of God, that means this. That means there's other options, Joe. There's another way to go, Joe. But you're not even open to it because your mind is so set on what you're already reliving, you can't even open up the door to it. Any sound familiar? So this is taking, my attempt was to challenge myself to take scriptures and go, okay, because this, did I tell you what the woman said to me? Yeah, I told you what the woman said. She said, I came here, I was a new visitor, and she said, I've never heard you say anything about the Bible. And that was the week I did all the social media things, the social media posts, and she thought I was too light and fluffy. Hope she's here today. Okay. Next thing, answer without arguing. This one's really priceless. It took me about 15 minutes to really understand the scope of this. Better is dry bread and quietness with it than a house full of feasting and strife. Whew. Snap. That was like a spiritual snap. It's like better is dry bread and quietness than feasting and arguing. Ooh. Answer without arguing, Joe. Thanksgiving, I know. But we're kind of on a reprieve now. We've got Easter coming up, but Easter's not as big as Thanksgiving and Christmas. You kind of got a lull before you got all that start going again. But until then, isn't this an idea? Taking a scripture like that and saying, better is dry bread. So next time you're out there, think of it. Think of it. When you're going to argue with somebody, think dry bread, Joe. Just take the dry bread, Joe. Just take the dry bread because you're going to stuff yourself full of stuff and you're going to feel miserable because you're going to be in conflict with this person. Just take the dry bread, Joe. Take the dry bread, right? All right, next thing, share without pretending. I like this one. But that we be sincere in our love, so that in everything we may progress through Christ who is the head. And I'm like, whoa, what are my Jewish people going to think when I say that, right? Or people who are unchurched, or people who don't have an idea of what it means through Christ who is the head. So let's back this up. Share without pretending. Be sincere in what you're doing. Sincere, is a word. It's a Latin word meaning without wax. Did you know that? Without wax? When they used to make sculptures, they would make sculptures, but then in areas where the rock was lacking, they would put wax in its place so that it would make the sculpture look appropriate, right? So when something was stamped sincere, it meant that there was no wax filling. So, share without pretending Don't just fill your thoughts and your intentions and what you say to other people with wax. Make sure it's pure in its intent. All right? Now keep going. So that in everything we may progress through Christ. Stop that. Progress through what? Christ, who is the head. In other words, the consciousness of Christ itself, which is, if you take the consciousness of Christ is what? Love, being non-judgmental, being accepting. You never heard Jesus complain or criticize anyone, right? He did have a little temper. He threw a table over in a temple once. Who hasn't? Not necessarily in a temple, but thrown a table, or at least tossed it, or threw a row of quarters, something. Anyway, everything we may progress through the consciousness, which is the mind. Christ is the head, the mind. We think of Christ as also being the heart, but think about it, which is the Christ consciousness. Make sure that what we're doing aligns intelligently, intellectually, with this idea of unconditional love without wax. Okay? I know it's a stretch. Take the stretch with me. All right? Because sometimes that's the only way I can make sense of some of this stuff. Enjoy without complaint. Philippians. For it is God who inspires you with the will to do the good things which you desire to do. Do all things without disputing and doubting. Oh, well then what will I talk about? If I do things without disputing and talking, what are we going to discuss? Dry bread. Who said that? Beer perfect. Dry toast, right? Dry bread. God inspires us with the will to do good. You know why? Because every time something goes bad in life, we know it's bad because there's an innate love, there's something innate within us telling us this isn't right. This needs to be rejected because it doesn't feel right. So there's already an innate intelligence telling you when things are out of balance and things are not right in your world, there is an innate divine urge within you saying this is not right because it's not right and you know what right could look like. That's what I hear this, when I read that, that's what I think. And the will to do good things and our desire to do it because we have a desire to experience the right useness of things. Are you with me? Yes. Do all things without disputing and doubting, which means this. If I decide to do something, surrender, Joe. Surrender. One of the hardest things for me to do. Anybody? Anybody have trouble surrendering? 12. Seriously? Okay, good. If you have trouble surrendering, saying, I have trouble, Joe. Thank you. So I'm not alone. So this will make sense to you. For those of us who aren't keen on surrendering the process to something greater, and that we feel like we have to, are you ready? Here's the phrase. I have to poke holes into everything. Someone tells me an idea, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I've got to poke some holes in this. Now, I'm not telling people not to do something wise and being mindful, but it's how we address it mindfully and thoughtfully, that we're not disrupting, that we're not creating more chaos around it, that we're enjoining in the process of creativity. Do you see the difference? See, if I go in and I'm disruptive and I'm disputing and I'm doubting, then I'm creating an energy that's not going to ultimately create what I want to create. Are you with me? So I have to make sure that my energy is one of creativity to inspire and do the good that I'm talking about here. That's what I'm intending to do. Enjoy without complaint. In other words, don't sit there and complain about it. Inspire creativity around it. Are you with me? Yes. All right. Trust without wavering. Rejoices not over iniquity, right? But rejoices in the truth. Bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Trust the universe. Now, I know many people that are in this room right now who have walked through incredible challenges over the past few years. And I know that their trust, their faith was definitely shaken. Definitely shaken. But I can also tell you that those people are sitting here today going, I'm so glad I didn't waver and that the prayer ministry was behind me and that I had this teaching behind me, because I'm standing here today as a result of my ability to know that the universe can take me through all things. Okay? So trust without wavering. Prove without punishment. Ooh. How do I do that? Forbearing one another and forgiving one another, and if anyone has a complaint against his fellow man, just as Christ forgave you, so should you also forgive. And I went, oh my God, there's Christ again. Oh, Christ. There's Christ again. How am I going to handle Christ with my congregation? Because some people don't want to talk about that. But I'm thinking, let's put it in the proper context. If you believe in the story how Jesus was crucified, right, and he sat there, one of the last things he said was what? Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Now, I'm not saying that we walk around saying that to everybody, but just as, and when it says, just as Christ as Christ forgave you, I want you to reframe that and say, just as Christ gave the example of forgiveness. I don't need Jesus to forgive me, because that's just not my belief system. But there are churches who teach that, and that's fine for them. I honor that. We honor all faith traditions. I don't need that to happen for me to feel at peace. But what I do need is to learn how to forgive the way Jesus forgave, which to me was the ultimate forgiveness, because someone's about to kill you and you say, forgive them for they know not what they do. I don't even like getting cut off on 111. Seriously. I mean, I found out there wasn't even a street. I pulled down a street today that doesn't exist. And I'm mad at the universe. I'm like, what the heck? Anyway, never mind. So, if you have a complaint against someone else, just remember, try to be a little bit more forgiving, because just as if you go back to the teaching, just as Jesus the teacher thought and knew that he had been betrayed, right? I mean, he knew people had betrayed him. That's why he was there. But he said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And if he can do that and give an example of how I can do that, then I need to prove without punishing, which just means, Joe, just be your authentic self and let it go. Let it go. That's hard. But that's also an affirmation that it's hard. When you say that's hard, that's an affirmation that it's going to stay what? It's going to be difficult, right? All right? Promise without forgetting. Every prudent man deals wisely, but a fool speaks foolishness. A wicked messenger falls into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is a healer. Who's making the promise? Are you the ambassador, or are you just trying to stir up some stuff? I know people who are professional stuff stirrers. And that's a really kind way of putting it, right? Every prudent person deals wisely, mindfully, thoughtfully. They think before they speak. They put it through the think filter. Is it true? Right? Right? The think filter. They put it through the think filter. So if I were to do that, then I think I would become a more faithful ambassador of not Christianity, but what is being taught here, which is how to love. And I want you to review everything that we talked about right from the beginning. This is all about staying in the flow of goodness. Everything I discussed here today is a lesson in love, but each one of them, if you take them out and of themselves, is about being in the flow of things. So you came in, for those of you who have notes, you came in today and there's one set of notes. There is a second set of notes on the way out that has all the biblical verses, the scriptures on them if you want them, all right? But I knew if I put scriptures on the page when you walked in, that half of you would not be here when service started. Isn't that true? Or you would have all been thinking, ay vey, what's Joe up to? But the lessons in love are this. I could take any doctrine, we can take any doctrine and see the thread of love in them, any doctrine. So I just challenged myself to do this because I haven't done this in a while. But I want you to think about everything we talked about here today, because it's how you relate, not just in your relationships, it's how you relate to your health, it's how you relate to your creativity, it's how you relate to your financial security. It takes all of this is encompassed in these ideas. And these are ideas that work, and there is a science to them. And although we don't talk about that, although that's not in the scriptures, it certainly is in our center, how we take things like this and can interpret them for our own good and see the message in them. Because I truly believe that everything has a message, that there is a lesson in love in everything that we're doing. And actually, so ends your lesson. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. So I'd like to call our ushers. Please come forward for the collection. And those of you that are live streaming, you can text your offering to the number on the screen. And then also there's a donate button there that you can also click. So as we prepare for our collection, let us think of those lessons of love and how grateful we are for all that we have and for this center. And please, let's say our prayer together. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
All right, come on. Here we go, everybody, let's sing it. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. And every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. One more time, all the way through. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. It's up to me to be thankful. It's up to me to be kind. It's up to me to be grateful. It's up to me. It's up to me. All right, everybody, sing it out. Let's go. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. And every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Last time through. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life.
All right. So beautiful, lady. Tell everyone your name and how long you've been coming here.
Lisa Hadley, and 2.5 years. Yes.
She's leaving us and going to Vermont for a while till the fall, so we'll miss you. So thank you for bringing up our offering. So let us bless this offering together, please. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Please give it to Tom. Kelly, thank you, our basket. Thank you, Lisa. All right, so at this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors. If you are here for the first time, we'd love for you to stand so we can welcome you and give you a gift. Don't be bashful. Just got to, yes, all right, welcome, welcome. All right. So what we have there is a CD with information about our center, but please stop by the foyer table and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks. We welcome you. If you're from the Valley, please come back. We'd love for you to make this your spiritual family and community, and if you're visiting, enjoy yourself. And so also over in the Ohm room, William, do you have our practitioners of the day? You don't have them? Okay, there's some practitioners over in the Om room. Would all my practitioners that are here and ministers please stand if you're not already in the Om room? All right, thank you. So the Om room is over there, the next building over, and if you are going through anything, we have our prayer team. There's a prayer team over there that will pray with you and set your intention, and we have miracles happen here. Oh, there they are. They're those beautiful faces. They're over in the Om room. So they're over there for you to go and have prayer work done. And I guess that's it. We have a list of everything that's going on out in the foyer. There's something here every day of the week. Don't forget, next Sunday is our congregational meeting right after the second service, and then we'll have lunch for everybody that's an identifiable giver here at the center. So let's just do oh, and then Steve's got CDs out there, so you want to stop by the table and take him home. He's got some great music for you. So let's just do a deep, deep prayer. So recognizing this one power, this one presence, this love that is seated in each and every one of us. We are each a unique expression of that one life, that one intelligence. We are the instruments through which it shows up in the world. So our responsibility is to focus on that love and that life, that light, and that Christ consciousness that we each possess. And so I know that we take this teaching, we take these lessons with us today, knowing and practicing the truth of who we are, and we are creating a world that works for everyone. So I know this is the truth. I give great thanks for it. I let go, I let God, and together we say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget, if you want to go to San Diego, to Seaside, please sign up. See Rebecca out in the front. Thank you.